What's good with y'all? Wave familiar. This your boy JK again, and I'm showing you here for y'all to go on my website, PlayaWave.com. If you trying to get the latest merch / drip for you to wear for the wintertime, summertime, don't matter. You can wear it at any time. Definitely get it. You can definitely get it on the website here. If you want to see all of my content, definitely go on here in the music or PlayaWave TV tab, and you're going to see all of my content there. Definitely support your guy, and definitely go on www.playawave.com. Know that. What's good, Wave familiar? It's your boy JK, and we back again with another
Unbrotherly love, unsisterly advice, period.
She's just going to cut me off. It's cool, though. Anyway, we back again, and we saw a clip that Sis put me on to. I actually saw it a little bit before, but Sis put me on to, and I was just like, I don't really want to talk about it. He said he didn't want to talk about it. Why? He never want to talk about stuff I want to talk about. Because I'm not waiting for her to pull the gun. She said this year she want to be positive, right, y'all? But she sends me this negative. Well, it ain't negative, but the thing is, I already know what she gonna say once this clip already comes.
What I'm gonna say?
I already know. You ready to pop, pop, pop? Yeah, like the balloons. Anyway,
than me for dating outside my race. But I was dating outside of my race because they was doing things better than my race. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Define better.
Well, not better, because I know where she getting ready to go. Not better.
I know. You said they were doing things better. I want to know what better meant.
Not better. I'm going to change that.
I'm trying to save you for the people,
I know you is. That's
for the
culture.
culture.
Not better. For the culture.
There we go.
Right. Not better. I was dating Puerto Rican, I was dating Dominican, I was dating African, I was dating all type of other really size American black, right? They were doing way more of what we expect we want our woman to do more than our American. Our American got real comfortable with.
Give me some examples.
Oh man, I mean, their mannerisms are different. Like even my Indian one was from one of them countries over there, right? I didn't have to really say much to do and be treated like a king. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times with our own American black, they expect so much of us and what we're supposed to do. Like things like, if we go out and eat and we just have a nice dinner, we can go anywhere and eat and get a nice dinner. It had to be Rue Chris, or it had to be this, that, or it had to be this, that. Then I get somebody that's just as fine, a Cuban or a Colombian. They don't care about nothing. They care about you and your household. Even though they still care about the money, but it's not about the money. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's a difference. Not better, but sometimes we get tired of hearing, Birkin bags, sushi.
Do you think that's fair? Because I feel like there's a certain type of woman that does demand that. And to me, I think it depends on the bait you're using and where you're looking. If you're going to go get a model from Instagram that got the BBL, the snatching stomach, and has all the things that check off money hungry and surface, you're going to get that. If you're going to meet a girl and through different ways and ask different questions, you're going to find that out a lot earlier on, that what's important to her.
I'm not doubting that, but I'm just talking about even if you look on just a regular dating app and just look at what a woman may state that she requires, you know, I'm saying these things because it feels as if social media, again, is the barometer, okay? And it's the comparison. And when you're comparing yourself to all these other women, and of course, even with the BBLs, because I'm like, that's fine. But I mean,
what's BBL? I'm sorry.
Brazilian butt lift.
Oh, okay.
And there's no shade to women that have them. I'm just saying.
I was wondering. I was waiting for it too. I'm like, excuse me.
There's no shade to everyone that has them. I'm just saying, if you're going by just surface things and that's who you're going afterwards, then guess what? She gonna run them pockets.
All right. So as y'all see, what he was talking about on there, where he was basically describing the difference between, was saying the difference between Eastern. Sorry, I'm saying it wrong. Western women and Eastern women. And it was a very interesting conversation, and you seen the dude at the end, he kind of tried to clean it up at the end. So are we giving homie advice? Let's start with you. Are you giving him love for what he was saying? Excuse me. You was giving him love for what he was trying to break down when it comes to Eastern women and Western black women. He really was talking about Eastern women, Western women more, but I guess they were trying to talk more about black women. So are you showing him love, sis, or are you giving him advice and keeping it real?
I'm keeping it real.
All right. You have the
because
floor.
I'm not really understanding what you want me to give to Bull, because that's how he feel. But I agree with Claudia when she said y'all attract those type of women, the ones with the BBLs that want the Birkins, that want to go to Roof Chris, as he say. He attracts that. So you can't only person you can be mad at is yourself, and then you want to put women in these categories. Well, us African American black women, they do this, they do that. But it's like you want a woman to give you those wife duties without a ring. I mean, this is everyday topic. You cannot expect a black African American woman to give y'all those catering things, and you're not catering to her needs, her wants. You just want to come home to a home cooked meal, a clean house, this and that, but you're not up to her standards. You're not doing what she want you to do. But when you find those attractive women, like he said, those they look good. When you find those, what you say, Western women that look good, that do all those things for you, then stay over there. Kick it with them.
That's because Eastern. He's saying
Eastern. He's saying Eastern, Western, Mediterranean, whatever type of women that's not black that he's describing. Stay there, bro, because you're doing all those things. You don't even know the state, the continent, the city. You can't even pronounce it. You don't even know. You some my Indian girl. Whatever he say, his Indian woman. What is her name? Do you even know her name? Do you even know how to pronounce it? No, you don't. So you over here trying to put these women on high pedestals. Oh, she does this, she does that. Okay, look how she was raised. Look how we was raised. I mean, it goes deeper. Everybody always want to bring up a woman should do this, a woman should do that, but it goes deeper. It goes all the way back
deep,
to,
sis. Go ahead.
It go all the way back.
You gotta show him your intellect, because on here they be trying to say you ratchet and toxic. So I'll be wanting them to see the educative
stopping
side.
Me.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying things like that goes back to childhood, how we was raised. Look at over there. Look at their culture. Look what they have. We don't have that over here in the States, okay? We gotta grow up with just the mom, maybe, just the dad, maybe, just the grandma, maybe. They have probably 2-parent households, 5 women. You know, they believe in all that, sister wives. We don't do that over here. They can be raised by 50 people in one household. We don't have that over here. So it's different. You can't keep comparing women, because everybody was born and raised differently. But if he liked that lifestyle, you go over there, go get your green card, your black card, and you stay over there then. Don't come over here and try to lower us, because there's some beautiful black African-American women, okay? Y'all just want the ones like Claudia said, with the Birkins, with the BBLs, with the makeup, with the lace front. There's some natural beauty queens out here. But you attract what you attract, and you got to accept that. Unless you go and date somebody that, you know, you're not used to, you know, going on dates with. I mean, go. You gotta be different. Y'all can't keep talking about women. That really bothers me. Because if you like the women that got the BBLs, that he was having, I hate it.
It's different.
If y'all want to date those women that you know like y'all with the flashiness, that's y'all fault. But if y'all don't want them type of girls, then date some another type of girl then. Y'all keep attracting the same type. It's annoying. It's frustrating. Stop doing that to the black women. If you like a certain type, go over there. If you like a certain city girl, go over there. State girl, whatever. He can't even pronounce the country. He said, my Indian thing, my Indian girl.
Here's the thing.
Boy, bye. Go do a movie. Go get some money.
Let me build on what you just said.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's the thing. I think the difference he was just trying to say is with Eastern women and Western women, right? They've been brought up to really respect the man.
Exactly.
Right. But what he's saying, the contrast is as far as Western women go, that's not the same premise. So he was just comparing how they look at the household, how they treat the men, how they treat it, where it's different over here, where it's more really how you treat the women in the Western side.
Okay,
you
so
get that part?
I get that part. I see. I bring up the childhood is about how you was raised, but he wants to talk about women. It would be bad if a lady was sitting there and talk about a man, though. Y'all don't never want to talk about how y'all would never let a lady talk about the different men out here. Y'all get offended. Y'all want to be on defense mode. Y'all want to be all sad. Look. Let's talk about how he was raised, how he was born, how he was brought up. But y'all don't want to talk about that part, though. Y'all always want to talk about the women. But men get so offensive and defensive when we talk about them and how they was raised, how they was brought up. When he finally got money, look, he's going to spend it on a woman in another country, another state. But he don't want to help a black woman, the ones that he attract. He don't want to help them because they don't have that mannerism. So go over there. But as soon as you get money and a little bit of fame, y'all don't know how to like show it off. Y'all want to always downplay the blacks, but want to uplift the other ones. So how about somebody downplay your mama or your sister? You're going to be upset. But go ahead. I'm done. Because that's what's going to make me go crazy. But yeah, I agree with the whole back. Because I bring up childhood. It depends on how you was raised. Like I said, over there, they're raised very differently. We're raised differently. So it goes back to childhood. But go ahead. I'm done.
So on my end,
you're going to give them love. We already know that. Because you don't know how to stand up and give men the advice that they need. It always takes a woman. As y'all can see, all those women in here.
Like, it takes a woman. That I didn't even say anything yet.
Because you don't have to. We already know what he's going to say.
What I said.
We already know what he's going to say.
What I was going to say, if she would allow me to speak.
Go ahead, speak.
Is that I'm going to give him just a little bit of advice.
A little.
You know what? I'm going to do what she did. Half and half, right?
No, don't. I ain't half and half. I ain't give him no love.
No, I didn't say what you be saying half and half. I didn't say right now. So I'm gonna do half and half.
Now he want to do half and half. No, give him full advice. Why you want? How are you going to give this man love?
So I'm not mad at what he said. I think the problem is he started off.
Y'all guys always want to help each other. Justify a problem. Go ahead, finish helping the brother.
This in the comments that you cut me off.
Finish helping the brother. Finish helping the brother, because that's all y'all brothers need. Y'all brothers need each other to help each other. Go ahead.
So I'm not mad at what he said, right?
It's not.
The problem is because he started off saying that it was better, right? It's not necessarily a thing of better. It's a thing of preference, right? So if he has a preference for Eastern women, of how they treat him, that doesn't necessarily means that that's better. It may be better for him, but that's not necessarily saying that it's better. And I get the premise of what he's saying, but it's not necessarily saying that they're better than Western African American women. So I think that's the part, because this is the problem, right? Being that he's a black man saying this, that's the problem, because I feel like with black men, we don't get the autonomy to say that we want to date other women of other cultures without getting a backlash. See how you just gave him a backlash for saying what he said?
No, I gave him a backlash because of his wording. Like you said, that better is what threw me off. If he would have came out and said something way different than better and know how to, pronounce what he was talking about.
Back, though. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
But no. What I'm talking about, the lady was helping him. That's why she kept saying, "You sure better? You sure?" She was trying to help him. Use a different word.
She did, and that's what I'm saying.
That's my problem. If you're gonna come on these platforms, use your wording correctly, because you're gonna get people like me who gets very defensive when y'all come at Black African American women. I don't care who he date. Like I said, date whoever. It's just how you word it. Don't try to put an African American woman down because you're dating a different race and culture. It's just use better wording. That's all I'm saying.
1,000%
don't use better.
Agree with you, sis. But here's the problem. Him even saying it, right, is gonna get a backlash because he's contrasting basically Eastern women and American Black women. It's always gonna be some type of
No, when she said give me example, that's what I think is gonna be the backlash. She said give me some examples, and he's like, oh, they mannerism, oh, they cook, we don't have to go to Ruth Chris. It's like, why are you trying to put us down? Because some of us, we don't like Ruth Chris. I agree. You can stay home and make a nice meal and set up your home.
I think
nice.
This is the problem.
That's my thing.
He was trying to point out, but he didn't say it eloquently.
Exactly,
was
wording.
Materialism.
Exactly.
He's saying in other cultures they don't value materialism as much as the West does.
But you see how you just said that? He could have said those same exact words and wouldn't have got a lot of backlash. But when you throw out there things like Ruth Chris, you want to... Women that love Ruth Chris gonna be like, well, dang, we can't go to Ruth Chris. Like, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to go so far. That's what's wrong with Black men. Y'all don't have to go in detail when y'all on these platforms. That's what's going to dig your hole very deep.
No, you can go in detail, but you have to eloquently say it better. He could have
said exactly what you said. You ain't say nothing about Ruth Chris when you just said what you said. He did.
But but you have to understand, he's on the spot saying this on a podcast.
He could have just said materialist things. Like, that's it. He could have left it alone. You got to know how to play your wording smoothly. You don't got to say Ruth Chris, because everybody that go to Ruth Chris going to look at you with the side eye like, damn, we can't go to Ruth Chris, bro.
I get it, but like I said, he's saying it on a podcast like this. I can't.
I'm on a podcast like this, and I ain't saying anything crazy like this.
You already seen this clip, and you already had your gun loaded and was ready to shoot off. So that's what I'm saying. He's getting hit with these.
You should be ready. You should be ready. You should be ready to know what to say and what not to say. Y'all need me on the podcast. Let me show y'all how to do it real, quickly. Come on.
Well, all right. So we already gave our advice, and basically if we was going to show him love or not. So this is the follow-up question that I have towards that. So what?
I just wasn't expecting another question, but go ahead.
So the follow-up question is, do you think that, like he said, do you agree with him saying that there's more materialism on the West than there is in the East when it comes to dating, so at the end, I like what the guy said. If you look at certain people's dating profiles, you can see where they had these unrealistic expectations. I'm just kind of paraphrasing, but he was basically kind of saying on there how the dating market, it seems like it's a little bit more materialistic than
because of social media.
Yeah. So do you feel like that? Do you agree with what he said about that?
You can go first.
I'm asking you.
Do I agree? I agree that it's social media.
That's
corrupting
is,
your minds.
Do you think it's because of materialism where it also adds on to materialism? Why the Western women look at dating different than
I'm an ex. What do you mean by materialism?
Huh?
What do you mean by materialism?
Where it's more in the West, where the man has to do more for the woman, where on the East, where the Eastern women they learn to be domesticated and learn how to do more things for the man.
What?
Do I put this in subtitles or something?
Yeah, you do. Because what?
What he was trying to say in the clip is him and the second guy. Second guy was trying to clean it up.
You
said
for him. Eastern what? What did you say about Eastern?
The Eastern women, the way that they're taught in the household is more about taking care of the man, more about the man being the head of the household.
I thought we was Eastern.
Huh?
I thought we was Eastern.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why she has a degree. I just want y'all to know she does have a degree.
I thought we were Eastern.
It's the West. We're the West.
No, we not. Because on the mat, It's called we.
Where east and west at? Where east and west at? Point east, where east is.
East is USA. West is over there. It's spelled we. God. Look it up before we talk about it because I don't want nobody to say you're wrong. X is the United States of America, Eastern or Western. We're east. That's why I'm confused on what you're saying. We're east.
This is bad, y'all. This is getting recorded too. This is bad.
I thought we were east. We're not Western. I'm not no Western cowgirl. I'm from Texas.
Yes, the United States is considered a Western country.
I'm not Western at all. So why when we look at the clock it say Eastern though?
I really got to cut this out because this looks bad.
Look at
this
the time.
looks terrible.
No, look at the time though. It say Eastern though. When you look at the time for the United States.
You digging a deeper hole. Please, just stop.
I'm going to show you the time.
You digging a deeper hole. Just stop. Just stop. Please, just stop.
Just
stop.
2,000 years later.
I don't even know where the I went. I had to really explain to you what a Western country is.
Go ahead.
Really got to cut all this. It's bad.
We're a restaurant. It's not. You just got to cut from like here to there. Go ahead.
So the question was.
Yeah, what was the question?
Do you feel like when it comes to dating, right? Do you think it's more? Do you think that it's more materialism in the West than it is when it comes to the East?
Explain materialism.
Explain why.
Explain materialism. What do you mean by materialism?
You said, are you asking me to explain materialism?
Yeah, the word.
Where it's over here is you got to take me out to eat. You have to wine and dine me. You got to put money in my cash app, and things of that nature. Where on the other end, it's more about how the man treats them. They're raised for the man to be the head of the household. What is the question? Take the man of the. If I gotta say this question one more goddamn time.
No. I'm saying like, so what is the question? Like, I mean, like, so do you think women what, you know?
Do you agree with what the guy said on here where he asked about, where he said, when it comes to social media, right? Where people can perceive Western women, you over here cracking up, where you could perceive, where it could be more perceived for Western women to be more materialistic in their dating compared to
because
Eastern
of social media. People, you know, post their Birkins, their cars, their BBLs, and they post out to eat. They post the name of the restaurant. They're content creators, and I'm not going to say that's not how you was raised, because back then they ain't have all that, okay?
I mean, nothing to go about raising. We're going strictly on social media.
That's what I'm trying to say. Nowadays is different. So a lot of guys probably his age want women like how they mom and grandma was. But today, if you let me finish, today's society, women are different. You're not going to find that mama and grandmama in some of these girls out here, okay? Because like I said, what they see on social media, they see celebrities posting, they got their butt done, they on the islands, they on the beach, they got their Birkin, they got their car. It's different for today. Women and social media influencers that influence some of these young ladies today. So it's hard in the dating scene overall for both. That's how I'm going to conclude it. I think it's hard for everybody, all because of social media, all because people post and tag, and they be like, oh, girl, that food look good, where you went, and they do want a man to treat them like that because maybe that person is married and they posting up on the islands, so they want that from their man. Like, babe, I want you to take me.
Definitely monkey see, monkey do.
Right. So they like, babe, I want you to take me there. Look at my girlfriend, or look at my friend. Like, babe, can you do that? So they looking for that type of guy who could treat them that type of way, because maybe they girlfriends is getting a treatment. But then again, there's some girls that's not like that. You just have to really dig, and you have to find that type of woman. But I mean, like you say, monkey see, monkey do, and everybody want to be monkeys out here in the jungle. So have fun. I'm gonna be outside the gate watching the show. That's how I conclude.
Oh boy. I agree with what the guy said at the end. I just think, like Sis said earlier, it is different. Let me go to social media. So social media is more prevalent here in the West. So it is more of, because I watch reaction channels where basically, like on Pop the Balloon, there's a dude that does a reaction channel. Shout out to Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. He does one where he will look at the person's Instagram profile, and he'll kind of judge it off the Instagram profile. But that is how people kind of date nowadays, because they'll kind of look at your social media and be like,
wait, they don't even ask for numbers no more.
They really
guys don't ask for numbers no more. I have guys that be like, what's your Instagram? And I'll be like, I don't have one, sir. You're not my type. I don't like that.
And it's more, people won't ask you for the numbers, more the Instagram first, so they could check your profile, see what you about.
And I already say I don't got no butt, so.
So that's more of a Western thing, so I can see why he's saying on there that.
And they're more educational. They're like I said, they're good over there. They're educational. They don't be on social media. They don't have phones. They don't have really
some countries they don't even have social media. They
don't have technology. So they more family oriented, meaning they eat together on Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays. They cook together. They talk together. We don't have that over here no more. We lost that. I feel like we lost that. I'll be trying to bring it back to people like, hey, let's do this, let's do that. But we all have to get together on that board, on that train, and help each other, because it's falling off because of social media.
That's true.
And look how people think about the others, and social media, stay off.
It's a, like you said, it's a lot of deep things when it comes to social media, raising, things of that nature. No side is better, in my opinion. I just think that it just, who, like Sis said, it depends on who that person is, how they may have been raised. They may have been raised for the man to be, the head of the household. But we can't put that as a broad brush on all, you know what I'm saying?
Because over here, you could be raised by a single mom, but you still can be married.
That's true. I've seen it in my lifetime.
I've seen it in my eyes. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, I think, but just to conclude, I think that if we have preferences, we have to signal that out as just preferences that's for you.
And put it out there. This is what you want, what you like. Immediately.
Because when you start off with better, it's like, you're going to catch, your message is not going to be as clear because it feels like you bashing.
Use correct wording, people. Please.
Yes. So I think, like I said, I'm giving him half and half because I don't disagree with what he said. I think he could have just said it in a better way, in my opinion. So that's all the time we got, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully you like our new platform of what we're trying to do. We trying to see, change it up a little positive. And we
need a third person.
We're still gonna keep it real, but we want to, if we could give them love,
we're gonna keep it real. And we need a third person, y'all. Sometimes hit us up.
If you want to be a guest, hit me up, hit Sis up on the Instagram or our Instagram, brotherly love _ Sicily Advice. Definitely hit us up on there as well. We are looking for guests all the time. Please come up. Have fun with us. You see, we be having fun, even though she get on my nerves half of the time. But yeah, we over here always trying to have fun. But to conclude, y'all, like, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Until next time, we out.